Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Monday, May the 9th, my mother's birthday in hell. Well, that's where I think she's at. Anyway, it's a fun-filled fucking week. I hope you guys had a great time on Cinco de Mayo. You jumped up and down, you crashed a car, you got a DUI. That's when most DUIs happen. On Cinco de fucking Mayo, people lose their goddamn minds. But it's going to be a great week. It's shitty weather today, but I got my man, Jimmy Two Shoes Shubert, in studio, Philadelphia's finest. What's going on, Tom?
Nothing much. What's up, brother?
Nothing, fucking here in Jersey. It's a rainy fucking day. You came by.
Yeah, I came by, had a slice of pizza, hung out. I missed you, because I got out of L.A. too, bro.
Dog, we got on the fucking first train out. Me, him, Rogan. We were on the first train out, Jack. Fuck you.
Everybody scattered. I wound up in Delray, Florida. You're up in Toms River, New Jersey. Up there. I mean, it's
fucking Steve Simone's in Florida, Lee's in Boston.
Yeah.
Half of fucking comedy's in Austin.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, man, I saw Roseanne on stage in Austin the other day. She went down there and was fucking around with Joe and Ron White and stuff.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest with you, I think it's gonna be, I want to do some comedy, some sets. And I think I'm going to go down there for a couple days.
Oh, you should.
And just do a couple sets with those guys. It seems like they're having a good comedy time.
Well, yeah. I was just down there. I did the Romo Room, but I was down there. I did an episode of Kill Tony. I mean, these guys, that Vulcan, gas company there, right across the streets, the Cake and the Creek and the Creek and the Cave. But they're like right within a 2-block area. And then, Joe was looking at a building down there, I know. So it's going to be, that whole area is going to be hopping.
And what's going on with the club that was there all those years?
What's interesting?
Margie?
The Cap City Comedy Club. But that club, they closed and then it reopened. And I think at some point somebody looked at that building and thought maybe they're buying it, but they put like a big price tag on it. It was like, no, not really. We can do anything you want, They should have done that, but I remember it's a pretty decent room. It had a real nice big showroom, and on the outside by the bar there was another little stage there. It was a nice club, but I think they went out of business.
I heard that Margie, her mate of many years, passed away right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So she wasn't doing good when the pandemic hit, and then she was looking to sell the club, but they put a heavy price tag on it. That could have been a very easy move to Rogan.
Yeah.
But they put a big price. They sold $100 million, and they wanted that. And that mall is it looks like a mall in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
A bodega, karate school.
It didn't have character.
No, it's missing. You can see a good fucking wind blowing, and that club is gone. But I went down there and I was very impressed with. I didn't go out that night. I had to come right back. I think I'm going to go down there in May and then one time in June.
I went down there, and so we're at the Creek and the Cave, and then the back is just wide open on it. And it's Tony Hinchcliffe, it's Brian Redfern, it's Adam Egan, from everybody, like the manager, it was like Mitchell. They were all like, I felt like I was behind at the Comedy Store, but they were all the LA people, all the Comedy Store people were there. It was a blast, man. I had a great time with those guys.
And for me it was, listen, I'm too fucking long in the tooth to go down there and think I'm going to plant fucking whatever, But it's nice to just, I like seeing those kids doing that.
Yeah.
I really like seeing those kids fucking grinding it out. It does something to me. Just because I don't want to do it at that pace anymore doesn't mean I don't encourage people to fucking do it. So it's kind of nice. I like what they're doing down there.
Yeah, it's a real scene, man.
It's Hollywood without the fucking Hollywood. So it's got to be beautiful. Anytime there's stand-up and there's no Hollywood involved, it's as pure and as down and dirty as it could be.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, when you see guys like Jimmy, myself, we went through that scene. I mean, Jimmy was there with Kennison. Jimmy was there when it was really mattered.
Yeah.
So
no, it was crazy.
Yeah, when it really fucking mattered, Jimmy was there. So think about it. I mean, we're a little older now. You know, I mean, if I didn't have Mercy and the fucking wife, I would go on the road with the goal for somebody to find me dead. That's it. What are you gonna do? If you don't have a wife and a kid, you're gonna go on the road, get your dick sucked, orgies, light your nutsack on fire. You know, you're gonna do all these things because there's no anchor. You know, when I didn't have an anchor, the road was fucking a magical place. It was the Wizard of Oz. I didn't know where I was going every weekend. I was going to Houston, but I ended up in a fucking white supremacist camp, snorting coke in Beaumont, Texas, saying I hate Jews. You know, that's just the way it is. That's the adventure that comedy gives you. You know, that's the adventure if you're in for that adventure. Once you're married and you have a child, you know, listen, man, the last 10 years I did comedy. And I got to be honest with you, all I thought about was them giving me that check on Saturday night.
Yeah.
That's all I gave it. Once you gave me that check, the pictures disappeared. You know, so what's going on in America? I don't know. It's over. You gave me the check. It's over.
Yeah.
There's no more pictures. The only thing I have on my mind is going home. I wish I had the money to fucking take a jet home right now. The hardest thing of the road is after you get that check, waiting for that fucking plane, waiting for that car to call you at 5:55, going, we're here, and you're like, fuck, hold on, I gotta smoke a half a joint, and then you get in there. That's all I loved about it, was getting paid. That's why I'm doing what I did. Thank God I fucking came to that conclusion. That was the best part of my weekend. The best part of my comedy weekend was getting to a town, eating that first dinner, that first good restaurant dinner, or whatever that city has to offer. That, to me, is fucking king. Knowing you have a show at 8 o'clock, it's sold out, and knowing you're going to go back to your room, smoke a fucking pound of weed, and watch fucking HBO Max till 4 in the morning, because you ain't got radio Friday. All you got to do is get up, go to breakfast, and go to the fucking gym. That's it. You know, that's life. I love that shit. But that hotel stay now, Saturday, I'm ready to commit suicide. I'm ready to pull a Chris Cornell. I'm ready to pull a belt around my fucking neck on Saturday, because that's why I have Jimmy here, because I don't want him to sit in a hotel room on a fucking Saturday. I didn't forget that shit.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is you're right. You just, once it gets to a point, like I've been everywhere in America probably.
Everywhere.
Probably 15 times, like just touring around all over. And then like they're doing getting to do those military tours where you would go to or you go to Asia. And I go, yeah, I would go, but I was just doing it because it was different than like I would get to go to Asia. Well, plus, first off, I know people work their whole lives and save money to go to see, like, you know, Beijing and the Great Wall of China and Tiananmen Square and all. And I'm like over there, I literally essentially fly into Beijing for a one-nighter. I had 2 days off, so I went and saw Tiananmen Square, and then we I went up to Shanghai. But I'm going, at least it was something different than just like doing the road in America, you know. Just have to break up the monotony of it. Like I would do those military tours. There's someone like me, Steve Byrne, Pedro Hernandez.